All right, I'm gonna just start this live again. I don't. I said kind of. I kind of said too much in my last live stream. I didn't want to really bring it. I don't want to be too vulgar. I don't know if that was too vulgar and YouTube might ban my channel. But I'm gonna just leave the topic on breatharianism and sex. I'm gonna leave that for another date because I don't want to get too vulgar in it and they flag my channel. So I'm gonna just all you guys who've seen that, if you guys seen it, then you guys already know. You guys already know what it is. But I'm gonna just wait a few minutes for a couple people to come in the room. Yeah, yeah. But what's good with everyone? It's good with everyone. I'm gonna drop the link. Put the link in the description. Anybody wants to join, ask any questions, or just yeah, yeah. Yeah, I removed the last live stream. I was a little bit too vulgar sexually in there. I don't really want to flag this channel. I don't know if it will flag my channel. So I'm gonna just keep it. But yeah, there's the link in the description if anybody wants to join. Yeah, yeah. But what's good with everyone, man? What's good with everyone? Yeah. Yeah, this Aries season is something else. We in the new Aries season right now, so we officially in the new year. So you guys see, if you guys feel the energy shift, then just know that that's what it is. We in Aries season. Yeah. I forgot that I'm on this channel, so I can't really be too much for you guys. I was kind of getting too deep, so I was kind of not deep, but I was kind of saying a little. I was saying too much sexual, explicit shit. So I forgot that I'm on this channel, and I can't really be saying too much on this channel because I don't want to get this channel banned. That's why I removed those last live streams because I don't want to get this channel banned, and I have 2 strikes. So I keep forgetting I can't be doing too much on this channel. So I have to calm myself down. I was getting a little bit too explicit sexually in the last video, so because I was trying to describe the breatharian, but I just don't want to get this channel removed, guys. So yeah, but like I said, guys, like yeah, like I said, I'm trying to put this in a safe way. Um, like when I say the things I say, don't think that you guys have to take. You guys got to believe what I'm saying, or it's my way or the highway to like. No, this is just my opinion. Like I have a moon in the eighth house. I have a moon in Aries, moon Mercury in Aries, both in the eighth house. So I'm very just very passionate and very I go hard at what I do and what I say. That's just me. That's just my personality. I can be very passionate because that's Mars. I got Mars for my moon and my fucking Mercury. So I'm very passionate of what the fuck I say and do, and I could be very like spiteful and vindictive and a dickhead at times. But like I channel that so I use that for positive and passionate. So if I come off as kind of like a little bit too much at times, it's just that moon and my Mercury and Aries both in the eighth house. So that's just what it is. Yeah, and I'm not using that as an excuse because you don't use astrology because a lot of people are like, oh, that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. You can use that, and it's like you're right. It isn't an excuse. It isn't. And if I really wanted to and I really tried, I can tame it, but I don't fucking want to because I actually like that placement and I like that fucking energy that that's one thing I like about me that I'm not gonna tame. So, but it is what it is. But yeah, a lot of motherfuckers though, like they want to baby this shit and make it look like breatharianism is something that it's not. And I'm not when I say this, don't make it look like, oh, I'm the master of breatharian. I know everything. I'm the first one to tell you guys that I'm not a breatharian, and I fast 5 times a week. I fast every 5 days and I take a break. Every 5 days and I take a break. So I'm the first one to tell you guys I'm not a breatharian. But there's people who like just drink juices and they don't even fast. They don't even go on no dry fast or no water. They just drink juices, and then they'll say they're breatharian, which that's okay for them to say it, and it's nothing wrong with that. But just me, I personally don't wouldn't consider them a breatharian because I go hard at what I do. Like everything I do, I go extremely hard at. So if you still have a desire to eat, to fuck, or to drink, in my book, you are not a breatharian. I understand there's some breatharians that may say, "Oh, I eat every now and then." And like there's this one dude, he's like, "I'll every now and then I'll enjoy an apple, or I'll enjoy a pear, or a watermelon." First of all, if you consider yourself a breatharian and you eat once a year, why in the fuck are you eating an apple or a pear? If I was on that level where I was eating a few times a year, if I eat, I'm gonna take my ass to fucking Ruth Chris Steakhouse and order me a $200 steak and some fucking lobster and shrimp. I'm not gonna eat a fucking apple and a pear if I'm eating 1, 2 times a week, or 1 or 2 times a year, or a few times every other month. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. I'm gonna go out and I'm a fucking I'm a feast. I'm a feast like a motherfucker. Like I'm gonna go out there and grub like there's no tomorrow, and it's gonna be the most high end, top tier food that I can get, that I can afford. Like the fuck, I'm not gonna go eat no fucking apple or no pear. Doesn't make any sense. So like like, that's what I'm saying. These people like they be saying all this shit. Like I eat once every year, and when I eat an apple and I eat a pear. Like okay, like even if you do that, like you just crave an apple and a pear after a year, and even then, like me, the reason I say the shit I say is a lot of food I don't even crave anymore. I don't even crave anymore. Like that because as the prana within my body elevates, I don't crave a lot of the food that I used to crave. Like I used to love fucking Chinese food. I hate that shit. That's just disgusting. Like if I smell it, it's gross. Like I can't even like it's just disgusting to me. I don't even know how I ate it. And the reason why that is because for me personal, and have to keep reiterating this. I'm speaking from my personal experience. When the more prana that comes to my body, prana when the prana comes into your body, it changes you on a cellular level. So when I'm being changed on a cellular level, my taste buds are changing. My taste buds are changing. My senses are changing. What is attractive to me changes because my the cellular in my eyes, my mind, my taste buds, my smell. Like I remember, like just the other day, I walk by the fucking. I walked by the. It was a. It was a pizza restaurant, a pizza parlor, and when I walked by the restaurant, it reminded me. You know when you were young and you used to. There's certain smells and certain senses that you had access to when you were young, but when you're grown, you think you lost access to that. You didn't lose access to that. It's just when you get older, your energy channels become blocked. And as they become blocked, you perceive things differently. This is why when you're a kid, things are more fun, things have more you can smell better like certain smells I smell as a kid I started smelling a few days ago and even right now. And I thought I couldn't smell those things no more because I wasn't a kid no more. And that's not what the case was. It just my energy channels was blocked. So when I went on like that, when I went on the ever since I've been doing my 5-day fast, 1 day off since the beginning of this month, I noticed certain smells started coming to me and certain noises. Like I could hear certain things that I don't even remember hearing since I was a kid. Even when I was playing a fucking game on my iPad, and it felt like I was playing a video game when I was young. Like it was weird. It's because when you release your channel, when you release the energy blockages, it's like you're resetting them. So the same sensations you felt when you were young, you're feeling them as an adult. So you'd be like, I walk by this place every day. Why does it smell like it did when I was young? But like it always smelled like that. It's just your energy channels was blocked. So my energy channel, it got released. So I'm able to smell things more. So this showed you I'm being changed on a cellular level. This energy is working on me on a cellular level. And not only that, certain foods I used to like, I don't even like no more because I'm actually able to taste the chemicals that is in it because my senses are more heightened based on the energy work. And me, I this the way I activated this was through yoga. There's many ways to activate the prana. Qigong is one of them. I thought Qigong was the only way that you could build up the energy in the body. I was wrong. There's many ways. Some people do Qigong, some people do breathing, some people do yoga, and then some people they just it comes natural. They just fast and just eat less and it comes natural. But me, I was always a breatharian since I was a kid because ever since I can remember, I had a blockage in my neck. It was a blockage in the right side of my neck, the left side of my neck right here. And it's still a little blockage there because once this blockage gets fully released, then I'm not going to need to eat no more. The spirit already told me. So I have to just keep doing my neck stretches and my shoulder stretches to release that blockage. And I notice as I keep doing it, my appetite changes. I already told you guys from 2021 when I first started my yoga, that's when I started noticing the difference. And fast forward over 3 years, is like it's night and day towards my appetite change. So this is why I told you the breatharian process is something that cannot be rushed. And the same way that is taking time, me doing the yoga, it's the same way with any other exercise, whether it be qigong, um, fucking breath work, whatever. It takes years, it takes time. And it's not like you wake up one morning and you don't need water, you don't need food, or oh, I only need eat once a day, or I'll only eat a handful of fruit a day. Like it's not like that. It's gradually your appetite gets less. Certain foods you don't like, certain desires you don't like, certain things you don't like. And I noticed like compared to how I was before, I don't even give a fuck about a lot of that shit no more. You see what I'm saying? So this is why I say that if you're a true breatharian, you shouldn't even want any of the food that you used to like. Like you'll see a lot of these other niggas out here talk about, oh, I don't want to be a level 4 breatharian. And this is what they call it. They call it level 4. It's all Masonic because anything that has a name and a title to it is Masonic. So we're going to just play the little Mason game. They say level 4 breatharian is when you don't need to eat and you don't need food or water. And then there's this one dude's like, I don't want to go to a level 4 breatharian because I like the taste of food. I still want to have an apple. I want to have a pear. I want to have a watermelon. First of all, nigga, if you're a breatharian and you're gonna eat, and the only thing you want to eat is an apple and a pear, nigga, you born as fuck, nigga. I'm gonna eat some fucking steak or something good because at least when I eat it, my body's gonna cleanse it out once I get back on the path. But then, second of all, if you have the urge to even want to eat anything, I don't care if you went a year, 2 years. If you still have the urge to want to go back to level 3, then you were never a level 4. You can't be a level 4 and then go back to 3. Because is this like saying like you is this like you saying you're a straight man, but then you're gay? You can't turn gay. You like women. You can't turn a gay man straight. You can't switch it. So once you're level 4, you're level 4. If you say that, oh, I felt like I was level 4, but I went to level 3 because I missed food. If you ever missed food, then you were never a level 4. You were a 3.5, nigga, probably a 3.8. You weren't no 4. Because if you were a 4, you wouldn't have the urge to ever want to go back to even eat. It wouldn't even be on your mind. So you were always in that 3 range. So don't let these people confuse you that because they'll let you think that, oh, I can never it's I can never get rid of my desire to want to eat, or it's normal to be a human and I shut the fuck up. No, it's normal to be a human and eat, but it ain't normal for you to call yourself a breatharian and still have an urge to eat. That's not normal. Elatom Elamine, that's the only person I will call a breatharian is Elatom Elamine. Everybody else, they're a so-called level 3 breatharian. That means they probably went without food and water, but they have the urge to want to eat. If you have the urge to want to eat, you were never a level 4. A level 4 is somebody who they had the urge to want to eat, but due to the prana that they built up, they don't want the food no more. You see what I'm saying? They don't want it. And then they'll be like, well, what about social pressures? If you're around family, like that other nigga who was, I don't want to name his name, but the other nigga, he was talking about how um if I'm around family or if I'm in social settings, I don't want to be alone and everybody's eating. First of all, who really gives a shit? Because if you're around somebody and they're upset and they're making you feel bad because you don't want to eat and then why the fuck are you even around them? Like that one nigga who was giving the example how it's normal to be a breatharian and still eat. This nigga was like, oh, I was around family and social settings and it was weird. I was the only one not eating, so I would eat during. So, bitch, that's you. Whereas Elatom Elamine, this nigga, he told in one of his videos, he set the same example, how there was somebody that was pressuring him to eat in a social setting. He got him the fuck up out of there. He's like, I don't want to eat. This is my lifestyle. I don't eat. The guy kept pressuring him. And then what he said was, you know what? I'm going to have to leave because you're not respecting my beliefs in my space and we're not compatible. And he left. Whereas this other nigga, which I'm not going to name his name, he was saying, what the fuck? He's like, oh, I, if it's a social setting, it's okay to eat. I don't want to be like, he's trying to normalize it. Like I'm supposed to compromise with somebody. First of all, if I'm a level 4 breatharian, food is considered a poison, a drug to me. So if you're around a bunch of drug addicts and they say, take a hit of this crack pipe, take a hit of this fucking meth pipe, are you going to be like, well, I'm in a social setting, all these crackheads are around me, I don't want to hurt their feelings, so I'm going to drink the alcohol, I'm going to take the drug? No, you're going to be like, I don't do drugs. But why is food different? Why can't you compromise with food, but you can't compromise with drugs? Because we got to put it, drugs and food is the same thing. So you guys may say, oh, why are you going hard on food? Why do you go hard on a drug addict doing drugs? Why are you going hard on a drug addict? Is because drugs is bad for you, and society's said you drugs isn't healthy for you. And you can even say society says food isn't healthy for you, because if you go to Europe, they don't have it's illegal to have If you bring food here in Europe, you can't sell certain food that they sell here in Europe. So even food is illegal. Food is a drug. Because Pop Tarts, for example, some of the ingredients in Pop Tarts cannot be sold in the UK, or your company will get shut down and you'll have to pay consequences and fines. So even food is considered a drug. American food is considered a drug in other countries. So it's the same thing. So a lot of you guys think I'm just talking out my ass when I say all this shit. No, it's a fucking drug. So all this, don't let these, and I'm not like, if you want to eat still and consume, I'm not telling you guys don't eat and don't do that. But what I am saying is you're not no level 4 breatharian if you still have an urge and a desire to eat. You're a level 3, what they call it. And I don't even like this level 1, 2, 3, because the word breatharianism, that's Masonic. Prana, chi, that's Masonic. Um, all this shit that they talk about, life force and all this other crap that that's all Masonic. So at the end of the day, we just working with energy. At the end of the day, that's all it is. It's very simple. All that other, but I'm just trying to break it down, because when I use words like prana, chi, life force, all these words, and when I use these words, I'm just saying so you guys can understand what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, we all just working with fucking energy. At the end of the day, that's all it really is. But anybody that's telling you that they're a breatharian, but then they have a desire to eat, they're not a full breatharian. Because when you're a full breatharian, you have no desire to eat. You have no desire to even have sex like that. You do have sex and you still want to have sex, but it's diminished. And when I say you don't have the desire, it's not like you don't, because you still get orgasm and shit, but you don't need sexual interaction. You can get orgasm without, and the orgasm you get is more intense than with a female, because when you're on a breatharian path, the prana is adding on to the orgasm, and you're just more, your body isn't the same as a regular human, so the orgasm is more intense and you don't need somebody with you. But that's the higher level of it. And you could still have sex with people and shit, not like, oh, your shit don't work. If anything, your shit works more than a porn star who's taking pills, because you're a breatharian. Your organs are more stronger. So a breatharian has stronger orgasms. Not only that, they can fuck longer, they can hold it in, and it feels better. The sex feels better as a breatharian than it is a person who isn't. So a breatharian sex life is actually better. But when you get to that point, you don't want to even do it, because it drains your energy. So you're more conservative of your energy, because you can feel it more. So when you do have sex as a breatharian, you lose energy, but you can still do it, and you go harder at it than a fucking porn star who takes pills. That's why all these niggas out here, these millionaires out here, they gotta take honey shots and shit, because they fuck so much. All these millionaires like Bandman Kevo and all these rappers you see, they take fucking honey shots on all these pills, because they have sex with so many women that if they don't take that, they can't. A celebrity or a person who has money, they have sex with so many women. If they don't take any of these pills, they wouldn't be able to have sex as much as they want, because the body can only do so much. So they have to take honey shot. Even Bandman Kevo was taking a honey shot, because when you're a multi-millionaire, you got a lot of money like that, you have access to so much women to fuck. So, but you could only fuck so much. So you need to take an extends or a honey shot or something to be able to meet the demands of all the women you want to fuck within that day. Because if you don't take it, you're probably only able to fuck a few, and then that's it. So a lot of these people, that's what I'm saying. If you want a breatharian, you don't need all that. You still be able to do it all day if you want, because your organs are more healthy. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not hating on people who don't eat. So if you don't eat, I'm not hating. If anything, I need people who don't eat. Nigga, I had over almost $2,000 on food stamps yesterday. I sold like almost half of my food stamps, nigga, from not eating. You guys remember I showed you guys that thing of my food stamps? I had nearly 2,000 food stamps. I sold all this shit yesterday. You see all that shit right here? So all this. And this is a little bit. I'm about to sell some more today. I don't even eat, because I eat, but I eat very little. I don't need food stamps. So that shit been stacking since July of last year. My shit was stacking. My food stamp was stacking. That's when I really started going hard at not eating, was July last year. And I just had it stacked up. And then it's so funny because when I went, when I was on, I ended my fast. I'm on day 1 of my fast. Yesterday was my break day. But the day before that, I was on a high frequency. And in my mind, I was like, man, I want to find somebody to sell some more of these stamps to. Literally like 30 minutes after I said that, it's like I brought that shit into reality. This one dude, this crackhead nigga that I know around the street. I used to give him money. I was like, if you could get, I told him, if you can give me somebody to buy these stamps, I'll give you $20 for each person you give me. He brought like fucking 4 people to me. And he about to get some more tomorrow. He actually got 2 more people waiting on me, but they got to go get their money. So he bought a whole bunch. I hooked him up. And then he got his shit. But I drove him because he wanted to go get his little crack. So I had to go, or his meth, whatever he does. I drove him down there because he helped me out. So I drove him to get his little shit. And then he hooked me up. So it's like, I'm not hating on people who do drugs, who eat, because at the end of the day, people who do drugs and they eat, they help me get to where I'm at right now. You see what I'm saying? We need that. Everyone needs. So I need people who eat. Otherwise, I wanted to make the money I made. That's what I'm saying. Like, it is what it is. I'm not hating on anyone. I respect. And the dude who was on, he got his little, I didn't judge him. Oh, you doing drugs? Or, oh, the guy who's at the store, oh, you're eating all this unhealthy junk food. I'm not here. Like, do your thing. That's what it is. He's probably on a smaller evolutionary ladder spiritually. So maybe he needs to consume. Maybe he has a family and kids and he can't be on this shit. So I'm not gonna hate. And it's funny because when I was at the grocery store, because when you're fasting and you're healing and your senses become so much more prevalent, and you pick up on little nuances. And it was so funny how when I picked up on this energy, I was hearing the conversation between the cash register. I was at the cash register paying for the guy's groceries because he was gonna buy them for me, the stamps. And he was all talking to the lady like, oh, I'm about to cook this and I'm about to go home and I'm about to go watch a movie. Like, you can just tell, like, people are so emotionally invested into food. Like, it's a drug. It's no different than somebody on dope. Like, even when the dude when he was on his drugs, like, it's the same thing. Like, it's no different. Like, food is a drug. People, they love their food. It's not just the sensation of eating. It's, I want to watch a movie. I'm gonna go out to the store. I'm gonna go hang out with friends. Like, it's everything around it. That's sort of like, it's a drug. So like, it made me just realize how how deep this connection that human beings have with food. And I didn't really notice it until I really went hard on this path, and I was able to see, like, just like, what the fuck is going on. Like, just listen to people's conversations and shit. It's deep. People love they love their food. They love the consumption. They love the satisfy their flesh. And it's like, at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with it. That's what they came here to do. Because at the end of the day, that's an experience. It's an experience that they're having. And at one time I had that experience, but that experience no longer served me. Because I have a moon in Aries in the 8th house, and I have a Mercury in Aries in the 8th house. So this is why you guys may look at me. I may seem very vindictive. I seem very spiteful. I talk a lot of shit, and I'm very vulgar. It's because of that moon in Aries. I pretty much have a moon. I have a Mars, moon, and Mercury. Because Aries and Scorpio, which is the 8th house, that's Mars. So that's my moon in Aries in the 8th, Mercury. So everything I go hard. So when I was eating, even before I was a breatharian, when I was consuming and eating, and then when I was doing drugs, I went hard. Like, I will go and I will fucking steal like a rotisserie chicken and whole bunch of candy. Remember, I had the video I showed you guys. I had a whole box of junk food. I would just consume. I would just get high. I will smoke. I couldn't even eat without smoking, and I couldn't smoke without eating. If I didn't have food, I couldn't smoke. If I didn't have weed, I couldn't eat. I needed both, and I will literally just consume like a motherfucker. I will go out, and when I ate, I used to steal a lot of food. Like, I'll go and load backpacks, so I will consume so much junk food to the point where my stomach will be hurting. Like I remember I ate so much food one day, right? My stomach was so full, I made myself throw up, smoked weed so I could be hungry so I can eat again. That's how much I wanted to eat. Like every time when I used to eat and I used to be full, I used to be mad because I used to want to eat, but I couldn't eat because I was full. So I would make myself, there was one time I made myself throw up, or most of the times I would just smoke a lot of weed so I could be hungry. Because I used to just love to eat. Like so, because that's my moon, Aries, eighth house. Everything I do, I went hard at it. Even when it was with sex, like I would do, I don't want to go into that because I don't want to get this channel bad, but everything I do, I go hard at it. So now I'm trying to be a breatharian, I go hard at it. So this is just how I am. Whatever I did, I went hard at it. So when I was a demon, I was a hard demon. When I was angelic, I go hard at being angelic. So that's just how I am. So like this has been always me. This is not just, oh, I'm just doing this now and I'm hating on people. So I don't hate on people who do what they do because I can understand, because whatever you did negative, I was doing it harder than you, most likely. I'm not gonna say I'm the hardest, but most likely I probably did it harder than you, because I was a huge gluttonous. I used to just consume just to consume. I was the motherfucker where I'll be high and I'll have weed and I'll have everything I need, and then I'll be full, but then I'll be mad and I'll be depressed because like when you're hungry, you eat. I used to be hungry, eat, and then be full, and then be depressed that I'm not hungry, because I love the feeling of satiating my desire. So once I was satiated, I'll be depressed because there would be nothing to satiate. So I will make myself be in a mind state where I felt empty so I can satiate myself. I always want to satiate something. And when I was satiated, I used to be depressed that I couldn't satiate no more and get that feeling. So I used to like have to. So I was really fucked up mentally. Like I'm telling you, nigga, I was really fucked up. So like my shit, I was in a world of hell at one point because I used to just want to just consume and shit. So I was like, and then that they didn't. The spirit showed me that that's not what I needed to do, and it put certain situations and things in my life to get me on the path to doing what I was supposed to do. Because me, I was very stubborn headed. Like in order for me to learn, like even like, I wouldn't have been a breatharian if I didn't experience a lot of pain. I went through a lot of pain, health issues, and sickness. And even amidst those health issues and sickness, I still was stubborn. So it took a lot of work for me to get to where I'm at right now. And I'm not proud of it but it did. So I'm just telling this just how it is what it is. Let's say, let me read some of these comments. This nigga keeps talking about Stranger Things. He said you play the role of Black Cop in Stranger Things. If I was playing the role, nigga, I'll have the money that looked like I was playing the role. Like I'll look the part, nigga. Like I don't get no residual checks from that shit. I don't get paid from it. I wish. I wish I was the I wish I was a cop in Stranger Things, because I'd be getting a check from that shit, nigga. Like I'm not getting no check from it. Tell them to go cut me my check if that was me. You don't know why the hell niggas keep relating me to that nigga in that fucking show. I do not look like that nigga and I'm not him. I want his money, but I'm not him. So this is all about knowing how to optimize the energy system for the body, but it's a long journey to find the best for your body. No, you can't do it overnight. No, this is something you can't just starve your way into. You can't just say, I want to just not eat. And if that was the case, go on Facebook forum groups and look at how many fasting groups there are. There's been people fasting for years. They still aren't breatharian. They still need food. They still are counting down the days until they can eat. So that's telling you there's something more than just fasting. All these people who intermittent fast out here, they still eat. Like it's not like they don't talk about, because it's something different. A person who's a breatharian who doesn't eat has more energy than somebody who is eating. Always get that in mind. So that right off the bat tells you that has nothing to do with food consumption. Food consumption is a byproduct and a symptom, but it's not solely based on it. To be honest, not eating is pretty much like a little small speck of the myriad of abilities you get from not consuming. Because when your body's not digesting and consuming food, the human vessel becomes more of a beacon. It's like it's more you're empowering the body on all levels, from eating, from not needing to sleep, from needing less sex, from not being consumed by mental desires, getting rid of depression, anxiety, able to see better, you can hear better, smell better, clairvoyance, astral traveling, dreaming, be able to just so much more shit that comes with it than just eating once you really take it to that next level. Not saying that you can't do those things without it, but it's it amplifies it more. You don't you're more in a peaceful, jolly mood, you're more coherent. There's so many things that go along with it. Eating is just a little small byproduct. So like a lot of people they confuse this shit, making it think like it's something to do with just putting down the fork and not eating. Like that's a very small percentage. That's a small, yeah. That's why like even when that other dude he was talking about breatharianism and how, oh, I'm a level 3, level 4, and all this shit. And he keeps bringing it based on it solely just be about food. Because even if you want to, let's forget the food right now. Fuck the food. If you look at the other things that comes with breatharianism that isn't besides food, that person who I'm talking about said he's level 3 breatharianism. He don't even show any of the symptoms of anything else other than him just not eating. So obviously it just proves what I'm saying, that it's more than that. It's deeper than that. And I wouldn't even say he's a level 3 because like a lot of people like because this dude I don't want to give him a shout out, but he's like what he says he's a breatharian, and he because I'm not gonna say he isn't because he's been on a long fast and shit, and he's a so-called facilitator, like he teaches people and he has people testimony against it. But I look at it like Ella Tom, he's like the one who I look at like he's the real one who's done it. And that's who I really compare when I see other people that talk about it. I compare it to Ella Tom. And Ella Tom, he's doing it. And then this dude, even when you look at this guy's energy, you can tell, because when I see a breatharian, you can tell that they're a breatharian, not based on if they're going to eat, but based upon the way they look and the way they talk and carry themselves. And this dude, he's like a bot. You can tell the way he talks, the way he's like a bot. He's not a real. He doesn't have that prana light really flowing on that level, because if you did, you'll be like in a way kind of in, I don't want to say in la la land, but when you have this energy flowing, it's something about you that you can tell. This dude, he talks like somebody like a scientist or a doctor or somebody who always needs scientific data. Like he's like one of those type of niggas. Like I hate these type of people. Like people that always want to quote science or the medical institutions or um, peer reviews and what's this study and how like he's that type of nigga. And when I see anybody like that, I don't trust. And he gives off that vibe that he's like that type of scientific data analysis ass nigga, and I don't like that type of energy. And he'll try to make you think that, oh, you can't do this unless you do this, or you need this, or you can't be a breatharian, or you're not allowed. You could be a breatharian and still eat, because I know, nigga, the reason you're a breatharian, you call yourself a breatharian and you still eat, is because you have a desire to eat. If I don't have a desire to smoke drugs, there's no way in hell I'm ever gonna go and smoke a drug. That doesn't make sense. Like you don't like getting high off coke. So do you ever in your mind say, well, I'm gonna just do coke once a year because I can do it and it's normal? Because no, nigga, the fact that you even bring that up means you have a desire to do it. Don't sit here and say you're a breatharian and then say I eat once a year because I have a desire. I like to eat every now and then because I like the taste of it. If you like the taste of eating, even if you went after 2 years of not eating, then you're not a full breatharian and you haven't really tapped into that cellular molecular process. Because if you did, you wouldn't even want to eat that shit no more. It wouldn't even taste good to you no more. And I'm not saying everybody needs to reach that level. To be honest, 99% of you guys probably will never reach it, which is perfectly fine. Maybe your spirit doesn't even want to reach that level. Maybe you can reach your spiritual path without even doing it. But don't call yourself a breatharian and fucking confuse people and make it look like it's normal. No, you are what you are and be happy with it. Stop claiming something you're not. Like, people want to claim something or not. I wouldn't even call myself breatharian unless I get to that level. Even if I ate once a year and that was it, I wouldn't even call myself breatharian. And I'll be proud of that. But I'll still be proud of what I accomplished. But don't disrespect the people who actually are on that level, such as Alatam, who haven't eaten nothing, water, none of that shit. There's few other people. I think there's this one bitch called Jasmine. I think she don't drink water or fucking food or nothing. And you can tell, like, these people, they're breatharian. They don't have no urge to want to do that. Because when you confuse people, you make people think that it's normal to have a desire to eat and to do that, which for some people it is normal, but for some people it isn't normal. For a small percentage and few, myself included, is not normal. If you have a desire for something, and I'm not just saying this, this is something spiritually I connect to, and I vibe with. Spirit has told me I don't have no desire for shit. Once you have a desire for something, then nothing wrong with that. Then that's you have a desire. But me personally, I'm speaking for me, and there's a few other people. There are certain human beings who could tap into not needing a desire for food, sex, drink. You can eliminate it where that it's repulsive to you. Like, you can. I've tapped into it. It was June 18, 2020 when I broke my 21-day fast. I did an 8-day dry fast, and then the rest was water. And I remember on that day, I broke the fast. And when I broke that fast, I don't like saying this, but I got to tell you guys to keep it real. I broke that fast. I ate some food and I took a painkiller, because that's when I was back in the day when I was popping pain pills and shit, Vicodins. I had took a Vicodin, and when I took that Vicodin, that shit fucked my stomach up, because I didn't have. They tell you when you go on a fast for 10 days, don't eat meat, don't eat anything heavy. My ass took it 10 steps further and took a painkiller, a drug, on a 21-day fast of me not having shit. For the next day and a half, my stomach was tearing me the fuck up. I felt like hell. And I remember everything I smelled, every every restaurant I walked by, I wanted to throw up. And I was like, how do human beings eat this shit? And when I look back, I'm actually glad I made that mistake, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been able to tap into that feeling of, like, I was able to tap into a certain level of me, of an awareness where food was disgusting. Like, everything was gross and horrible. And it wasn't just because of the pill, because there was fasts I did prior to that were like 5-6 days, and I ended it with a painkiller, and I didn't have that same reaction towards food. But for some reason, that was the last time I took those pills. It was a reaction to it, and I think it's because it was the length of the fast. And that shit, man. When I walked by a hibachi steakhouse, I almost threw up. Imagine smelling some rotten cat and dog food. That's how that shit smelled. I was like, how do human beings eat this shit? And I remember that shit. I will never forget that day. And ever since that day, I knew it was possible to not have a desire to eat or consume shit. And I've never, ever forgot that day. Shit's crazy. And then it's funny because ever since 2021 is when I started doing the yoga and the stretching. And then ever since then, I noticed my appetite started decreasing, and my desire for food started going down gradually. I still like the taste, but the amount I needed gradually decreased. I'm at a state right now where, like, yesterday, I ended my fast yesterday. And I ended it with, I had 2 tacos and 3 chicken wings, and that was it. And because when I end my fast, when I'm going on long fast, I don't really, even though I need to be doing it, I don't really give a fuck about the health about it, like if it's healthy or not, because I know my body's gonna cleanse. But so I ate that shit, and I only had 2 tacos and like 3 chicken wings, and that was it. And I had that the whole fucking day, and I was good. I had actually bought 6 tacos and like 10 chicken wings, but I threw the rest away because I couldn't eat it. Like it was just too much, and I didn't. Like, it was just too much food, so I had to throw that shit away. So, like I'm saying, like I need less and less food each day that I keep going. I need less and less, and it's because of yoga, like I told you guys in the beginning, and the energy buildup of the yoga, of the energy streams by me releasing it through yoga. But yoga is not the only way you can do it. You can do it through other means, but yoga is the way I did it. But once this blockage is completely removed, I can see myself not needing to eat anything at all. I can literally see myself not needing to consume or eat anything at all once this blockage is removed. Because it's still there. Like if you guys were to feel right here on my neck, you could feel a knot there. That's the energy that's being blocked from flowing. That energy, because I was born a breatharian. This is why when I was young, I didn't like. If you can ask my parents, my family, they didn't. It was hard for me to eat anything. Like because in my past life, I already started the process. So in this life, it carried on. But then in the beginning of my life, when I was young, I was programmed because I remember in first grade they had cinnamon buns, and I was the only person who didn't want a cinnamon bun. And like, why don't you like, you don't like cinnamon buns? You don't like it? Like, I don't like it. But I remember in fourth grade they had cinnamon buns, and I remember I ate that shit because I was programmed to eat it. Even pizza, I used to hate pizza. I used to just eat the pepperoni when I was young. Then when I got to like second grade, I started eating it because with children, they program kids to eat this shit, McDonald's, pizza, and all that, and pizza party and all that shit. They program me. So when I was getting older and when I was a kid, I was programmed to eat a lot of this garbage as like it was like a last resort for my body because it's like a self-defense mechanism. Like my body wanted to survive, and since I wasn't around people who were to cater to my breatharian lifestyle that I had from a past life, what they had to do, what my body did to keep me alive from dying, was to eat what was given to me. So I was eating a lot of this shit, and then I got accustomed to eating it over the years. But this is why when I get rid of all these foods and I don't eat, it's easy for me to shed it more so than maybe a lot of you guys, because I was born like this. The reason why I wasn't a full breatharian is because I always had this knot in my neck, which caused Tourette syndrome, which caused a lot of depression, anxiety, a lot of pretty much all my illnesses and mental illnesses was due to this knot in my neck. And as I released it, I noticed I started like getting more knowledge. Like I started knowing shit and having more knowledge, awareness, and just more of a conscious awareness of just shit as I released this. I didn't really need to learn. I need to learn, but I didn't need to learn as much as the average person because I know a lot of shit. I had a lot of common sense, but that blockage was keeping me from accessing it because I'm very intelligent and very wise that I know everything, but my intelligence and my wisdom is so strong and powerful. I have to pretty much go through an initiation process to have access to it because in a past life I abused it. So it's like it's some weird shit. So this is why I have to work on getting rid of that blockage. So this fast forward all the way up in like till 2012, the blockage got so severe where I had constant headaches, and then that's when I had to start the work. When I started going to the chiropractor and everything, and then as I released it, then that's when my appetite started going away. So that's why I tell you guys it's not about just not eating. It's about actually bringing in more light to the body. But my body already has a lot. Like my energy channels is already bringing in a lot of light. It's just it was this when I was born, my spine grew in a certain way karmically to block that energy off. Because if it didn't do that, I would have been a breatharian, and I would have been where I'm at now when I was born. Because I already it's just the only reason it took me this long because of that blockage. So it's like I had to pretty much prove through discipline, through taking care of my health and other things that I have so I can have access to what I have. If you guys got it, like kind of confusing to explain. I'd probably make a video about it. My daughter doesn't like to eat. I don't be knowing what to do. If she doesn't like to eat, then that's a good thing because it depends on like if she doesn't like to eat, I would say just maybe give them fruit, vegetables, things that are healthy. They may want to eat that instead. Because a lot of kids I've known that they didn't like eating, they prefer eating more healthier foods. To be honest, because eating is, to be honest, is not even healthy at all. Consuming anything, anytime you feel a pleasure in life and is not internal, you're killing the body. So will that be sex, eating, watching a movie? Why do you think people, they develop cataracts when they get older? They have eye issues because when you use your eye to always be entertained and be, because when you're looking at the world, that's energy. Like a person who's blind, they're not putting any energy out the eye like a person who can see. But when you're looking and you're observing the world, watching movies, playing games, you're using up that energy in your eye. So you have to pay currency. Just like if you want to go to the store and buy something, you got to pay money. If you want to use your organs, such as your digestive system, if you want to see, if you want to smell, if you want to hear, if you want to do these things and you're not replenishing the body by fasting and taking care of the body, you're draining the energy from these senses. Nothing is free. So anytime you smell that good smell of steak or you watch that movie, you're draining the life force from these organs. So unless you're replenishing these organs, you're gonna just drain yourself from all that shit because nothing is free in this world. Everything that feels good to the body that's not internally made, it costs money. And even when you get internal feelings such as bliss internally, you pay for that by doing the shadow work and the energy work to get to that level. So nothing is free in this world. I don't know why people think things are free. You gotta just like it's shit's real. But the people like to lie to themselves and they'll like to say, "Oh, it's because um I eat too much this or it's because of chemicals," which it has to do with that. But even if all the food had no GMO in it and it was healthy and there was no chemicals in the air, if you're not replenishing the body is still gonna just die off. Which we're all supposed to die, but like I said, you're not supposed to die from a health issue. You're not supposed to die from a health issue. To be honest, the most spiritual way to die is on your own accord. If you think about it, like you're supposed to die on your own accord, like through meditation, through sleep, or maybe you just walking and just chilling, and you just all of a sudden your consciousness is in a different body. You don't know what happened because you just dropped dead. It was supposed to be just quick. Usually, when you die from some type of accident or health issue, is karmic or is the lesson involved, which nothing wrong with that because sometimes you may need a lesson, but it's a lesson to it. But in all actuality, the human who said the human being can't just be walking and just drop dead to the ground, or you just sleeping and you're in a dream, or you're in some type of meditative astral projection state and you just stay in that reality and then that you just carry on your life from that reality. Who said you have to physically experience it like the way they tell you through an accident or through a health issue? Who said that? You could be astral projecting in some type of dream state and you're in a different reality, and then you just stay in that reality and carry your life on in that reality, and then this body's gone and you don't even know it, or you do know it but you just in that reality and you just stay now. That could, there's people who pass away that way. I'm not saying that's how I'm gonna die, but that's how in my mind I always have in my mind I'm going to die. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna die from hell. We're all gonna die somehow. Some like, yeah, people be on some weird shit though. They'll say like, oh, they'll say, oh, you only have one life, or we're all gonna die one day. So why does it matter if we take care of your health? Well, if we're all gonna die one day, then let me just chop your hands off. Why don't you just go give your heart, go donate your heart to somebody? Because we're gonna die anyways. Then they'll be like, no, I need my heart. Why do you need it? If you just said we're gonna die one day. Contradicting ass nigga. But it's just crazy. But I dropped the link if anybody wants to join. If you guys got anything to say, got any more questions before I head out. Yeah. I don't really want to go too deep into the breatharian and the sex aspect of it because I don't want to get too vulgar, and I don't think some of you guys are prepared for it. Because I know a lot of because a lot of people like because I speak from my I can't you don't act like always look from your own perspective. Don't project your experience onto somebody else. Like me, I've been on this I've been in this planet so many times. Like this is why I have so much knowledge. I've been here so long. I've done damn near everything. So this is why like I don't give a fuck about certain things that you guys might care about. Like I can give up sex and food and drink and all just others. I don't care about material like some of you guys may care about. I'm not saying you guys care about it, but a lot of you guys may say, "Oh, you're talking crazy. We need this." Or no, you need that. Because when you come here so many times, you start to not like certain things because you get tired of it. It's like you listen to a song over and over, it gets boring. Like once you come here so many times, it's kind of like that. So it's like that's kind of the situation I'm in. Like I've done this shit so many times. I don't fucking like this shit. So it's easier for me to get rid of certain desires and get out of it because I've done this shit so many fucking times. A lot of you guys may have not done this shit so many times. So maybe you need to do what you got to do. Some people may need to eat, consume, do whatever and get it out your system to have that experience, maybe. But don't project that onto everyone because you don't know what another person is going through. Like motherfuckers will like to say, "Oh, you need this or you need that." No, you need that. For you to say that I need it just shows how much you need it, and you're projecting it onto it. Because people, when you let a motherfucker talk, they pretty much show you themselves and who they are. But I think I got everything I gotta say in this video. If any of you guys got any more questions, there's a link right there. But like I said though, don't make this thing complicated at all. And I'm not Brett, you don't have to be a breatharian. I gotta make this clear. You do not have to be a breatharian. Like I don't want you guys thinking like this is something your spirit needs to know. Go within. You may not even need to do this shit. And if you don't need to do it, then don't do it. Don't push something on yourself that you don't need to do. That's dumb. This is just something that I'm doing, and I don't want to talk. I have a fucking YouTube channel which create I'm a content creator, so I'm talking about my experiences that I'm going through. So this is why I'm speaking like this. I'm not saying you guys got to do this. A lot of you guys don't need to be doing this at all. Matter of fact, if some of you guys do this, you might actually be slowing down your path and making life harder for yourself. So you need to go within and figure out what you need to do. This path isn't meant for everyone. I'm gonna be the first person to tell like you don't need to be doing this. Like if you don't not supposed to. Yeah, like if I'm working, if I like I made an example, if I have a business partner and I'm not gonna and we're making money, I'm not gonna make him be a breatharian because if he becomes a breatharian, it may affect his worth ethic or his energy levels where the business can't even prosper because he's fucking about to starve to death doing something that he doesn't need to be doing, and it's gonna affect the money and the cash flow coming in. So nigga, you need to take a break and go to lunch break and eat and consume and come back when you're ready. That's the type of person I am. So, but I don't like how you got these motherfuckers and shit talking all this. Oh, um, I'm a level 3 breatharian, and then say that I still have the urge to want to eat and consume an apple. Then you're pretty much gonna dry up any hope that somebody has for somebody's mission may be to not have a desire to consume, but then they listen to him thinking that, oh, it's impossible. I'm in a human body. And no, not all human beings are the same. Some people, they don't need that shit. Do you know there's some people who literally can't even eat food? Like if they eat, they'll get sick. So they have to like not eat and shit or consume liquid, or you see what I'm saying? So that debunks that you don't need to consume and eat. Because some people literally they can't eat, even if they wanted to. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I was gonna say the guy's channel, but I don't want to give his channel out. He got a big channel and shit. He talks about breatharianism. He got a big channel, but I don't want to give him no promotion because he kind of be talking like he kind of be he. I don't know. He just he's trying to mainstream this, or he's trying to make this all scientific, and like it's all backed by science, and like any nigga that's so bent up on trying to have you believe, like any nigga that's so bent up on trying to have scientists believe what they're doing, or have the status quo believe what they're doing through data and analysis, you need to be wary of them and have your eyebrows raised. Like, why do you care if a scientist um takes on breatharianism as real or not? The only reason I can see is if you have some type of money to be made, like you're trying to sell a product, or you're trying to make some money off of it or some shit. But it's nothing to do with that, because there's no money to be made off of it. It's just he wants it to be taken more serious by the status quo. But when we talk about breatharianism, it will never be taken serious, because it's just like you going to a bunch of drug addicts and telling them that sober living is the right way to go. It's like, bitch, they know about sober living. They hear about it from their family and friends. They just don't want it. It's not like it's not in their reality. They don't want it. The average person knows about breatharianism. They don't want it. People love eating. Haven't you seen the Food Channel? Don't you see all the mukbangs and all this other these cultures and just these holidays? Fucking Thanksgiving, a holiday of just filling your fat ass face. People aren't ever going to take it to the status quo. So why do you care about scientists take believing it or taking on this? Like, it doesn't make sense. Fuck them. Who gives a fuck about it? But yet again, when I look at him, he said he used to work in the government, and he used to work as a scientist. He used to work for the Israeli government. That's what he said. And the moment I heard that, that's when I lost all respect for him, because any motherfucker that works in the government is a I don't trust. I don't care if you used to work in the government or you work in the government. I don't trust you, because in order for you to work in any type of, I don't give a fuck if it's DMV. In order for you to work in a government, you have to pass an interview process. You have to pass they vet you out. So the government has a certain witchcraft and energetic system where if you're not playing a certain role mentally, aka where the mind goes, the body goes. So if you don't think a certain way and play out in certain body language, you're not gonna be able to even get into that position. It doesn't matter how smart you are or your background. If you don't act a certain way, if you don't talk and look a certain way, you're not going to be able to be in that position. So anybody who's worked in the government, that means at one point in time you were a demon and you fit that description. So I don't trust you. And it shows and it plays out as such when I talk to every single person that works in the government. There's nobody I've never known that worked in the government or that doesn't have the same energy. And this fucking bonehead ass nigga, he's the same nigga with that same energy. And he's trying to act like, oh, I'm breatharian, I'm spiritual. But then when you hear him talk, he talks like he's a fucking professor or a teacher or a scientist. Like he talks like somebody like, which don't get me wrong and shit. Like if that's what you do, that's what you do. But don't try to take something that's spiritual and normal and that has a light vibration and try to densify it with complexity and you needing to prove yourself to scientists and, oh, we can do it this way and we can do it. No, shut the fuck up, nigga. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're a government official, you're a scientist, you're a doctor, and you have no business speaking about spirituality, because when it comes to spirituality or anything to do with anything non-physical, you're a fucking moron and you need to be treated and talked at as such. So let's get that straight there. I don't trust anybody who wears a suit and tie too many times than they need to. I don't trust anybody who worked or works in the government. I don't give a fuck how old you are, even if it's DMV. And I don't trust anybody who's a scientist, teacher, or doctor, because the Masons who created that blueprint, they you're their bitch and they control you. And even them, they don't even fucking respect you, because they're looking at you like you're a bottom ass bitch, because you don't even have the mindset to create what they created. You have to go and work for them because you're a bitch. So I don't respect you and you're not shit to me. And once you become that, it's too late. You already were in that energy. It's too late. Unless you open a bank account and you send me $100 million, then it's not too late for you. I'm gonna read some of these comments. What's good with it, Robert Hanley? Was good with it. He's like, "Is this system is over by 2025?" I wish. This system still has a lot of life left into it, unfortunately. But the system is going to be changing, but it's most likely going to be changing for the worse. To be honest, it's not. It's far from over. If you like, the only way this system will ever be over, like you guys, if you guys want to know when the system's going to be over, the system will be over when at least over 60 to 70% of the population is talking like how the fuck I'm talking, or people who are like my channel are talking. If you don't have over 60% of the population speaking like us, like people like me, then forget the system collapsing or the world, whatever. Forget that shit. You can't look at the government and just think like the system's gonna crash by itself. The only way the system can crash is if a large amount of people wake the fuck up. So if you don't see that, then don't bank on the system collapsing anytime soon. The people is what powers the system. The system doesn't power the system, the people. So if you don't see a change in the average person, then in terms of awareness, consciousness, then ain't shit happening. You still see people go to work. You still see people consuming. You still see people buying gas and all this other shit. All these these fake ass shortages. The only reason they have these fake shortages is not because the system's collapsing. These are just narratives. The same way they had the pandemic shit. It's all a narrative. It's not like it's actually going to collapse. That's why they back in 2021, all the shelves were empty and everybody was stocking up on fucking baked beans and spam and just a bunch of canned foods. But look at it now. Like, it's like the opposite now. The stores are stocked and people are actually eating less. So it's like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's all fake. So like, you can't. He's like, this is the quiet election year. I don't know if they're clones. They're probably mental clones. Like like their brain and their mind doesn't belong to them, but those are real people. They just been their brain and their mind have been hijacked, but they're actually real people. Dude, the vibration is too high for the 3D matrix that place was upon us, and that's why it's all going to shit. The vibration is low as fuck on this planet right now. The vibration is low as fuck on this planet. You see all this fucking shit going on right now. When they talk about the vibration is high, we're talking about individual people. Like, your vibration could be high, mine can be high, and then from that we can create our own pocket of heaven or our own community or our own situation. It's like if you raise your vibration and you created your own situation and you had your own thing going, and that's your heaven on earth. That's what they're talking about. It's not like you're gonna bring it like everybody that experience heaven on earth. Everyone doesn't deserve to experience heaven on earth. You have to actually work for what you get in this world. Not everybody deserves what they think that they should get. That's why the world is so fucked up. Like, this is why there's famine. This is why people have to pay taxes. This is why there's bills. This is why there's capitalism and everything you don't like about this system is because there's a large percentage of people on this planet who need that. They don't deserve whatever you want life to be. Most people don't deserve that, so therefore they can't get it. You only get what you deserve, and most people don't deserve. Most people need to pay taxes. Most people need to die from a health illness. Most people need to have their food poisoned. Most people need the government to tell them what to do. Most people need to be oppressed and have their country ran by dictators and tortured, and most people need that because that's their consciousness. And until they wake up out of their consciousness, because you may say, oh, it's fucked up what they're doing to to this country, and but if you go to those people in that country and you tell them Jesus Christ is fake and it doesn't exist, they'll kill you or they'll look down upon you if you talk shit about the religion. If you go to anybody and you say that your religion is full of shit, we all know religion is all created by Masons and is all meant on controlling the masses. If you go to an individual and you say that I don't believe in your religion, it's fake. I don't believe in your bullshit Islamic religion, it's fake. And they have an attitude. Those same people that have an attitude are the same people in Gaza that are suffering and complaining that Israel bombed them. It's like that's why you're getting bombed, and that's why the karma is getting you because you're ignorant. You deserve that shit. Like fuck you. Don't ask for my money. You're not getting it from me. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you believe in their crap, but then when they the same people who created your religion, they created that war. But that you don't like the war, but you like the religion. Bitch, you can take the war and take the religion and die. I don't care. It's not my problem. I'm doing my thing. I don't give a fuck about you no more. That's just how I look at it. This is why I say this world is done. That's why I say this world is done. Lots of souls are leaving, dying because they're not ready to grow to be woke up. It's only low because the higher ups are making it that way. They're really not, to be honest. People are making it that way. Just look at it like you watching my channel. You got people like me. We kind of have a glimpse of what's going. We know what's going on. Not kind of. We know what's going on. And like, why is it that we get it but other people don't get it? Like, I don't get like why don't other people get it but we get it? So it's like at one point you can't say the government is doing this to people. Yeah, they're kind of doing it, but we're in a social media age. Everybody knows what the government's doing. So this is why I tell you guys it's deeper and it's more than this than what the government's doing. Because if somebody's stealing from you and you don't know why your money's going missing, but then somebody tells you, oh, this guy keeps stealing your money at 4 a.m, and you know that's the reason, and you keep letting it happen, then it's on you. So we know the government is doing what they're doing. We have the information out here. People know about there's nobody who doesn't know what Illuminati is. Go to your old grandma or some stupid retarded ass bitch in the middle of Starbucks, tell her, oh, you know what Illuminati is? Oh yeah, I heard about it. But then they still go and live the life they live. That just shows you that it's not what they're doing. It's people. It all comes down to desires and flesh. At the end of the day, people want to have their desires and flesh met. People are scared to not have their desires and flesh met. And the government has gotten control over people's desires and flesh through capitalism, consumerism, and these corporations and advertising. So people know what's wrong with the world and what to do, but people are scared to not have their desires met. People every day, they have to wake up in the morning and get their Starbucks. If they don't get their Starbucks, they're gonna go crazy. They're gonna go batshit mad, and they're gonna cuss somebody out. If they don't go and eat their steak, if they can't go to their McDonald's, if they can't go and play their Xbox, if they can't go get if they can't renew their subscription to Netflix or Game Pass, they're gonna go crazy. They need the desire. So that's the problem. It's not really what the government's doing. It's people want to just be entertained and have their flesh met. It's like a drug addict. It's a drug addict can't help themselves because they're so busy trying to get that next high. Look at it on a main on a global scale of everybody needing their fix from their drug, whether it be Starbucks, their subscription to their fucking Netflix or Game Pass or HBO Max, and their coffee. They need their fucking shit. That's all they need. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the problem. There's nothing else. That's the issue, and that's why I say it's not gonna get better. Oh, somebody's calling me. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to go. I'll meet you guys up. Wait, hold on. Hello. What's up? Yeah. Okay. Yep. I'm still. You trying to get them today? I got enough. Yeah. How much do you want to get today? I can do you 300 today. Okay. You want to meet right now or okay? All right, for sure. Yeah, it's cool. I can go down there. All right, for sure. I'll be over there. I'll just start heading over there right now. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, then. Okay, just call me when you're ready, and I'll start heading down there. All right. Yeah. That's somebody else who wanted to buy the food stamps from me. Yeah. There's somebody else who wanted to buy the food stamps. So yeah, about to sell him $300. Yeah. As I'm saying, like you breatharian, I don't even need to eat no more. Like as I'm saying, like it's money right there, and I'm about to get some more next month. Yep. So that's another. That's like 150 right there that I made. I made like how much did I make? I made like 400 the past 2 days. Little over 400 the past 2 days, and I'm about to get some more on the fourth. So yep, it's good. Once the election doesn't go to people's liking, it's going to make people. I don't even give a fuck about this election. I don't even know why people even keep talking. I forget. I always keep forgetting we have an election. I don't even like this. They're obvious because at the end of the day, there's no such thing as selection and an election. It's all fake. So whoever they choose, I don't know who they're gonna choose. I can't tell you who they're gonna choose. They can choose anybody. I don't know, and I really don't care. But whoever they choose, like you're gonna be able to tell the way the world's gonna be headed. So after the election season comes, you're gonna be able to see where is it gonna be headed towards. Like, is it gonna be this or like, well, depending if they put a Republican or a Democrat in office. They might put a Republican based on like the certain laws that I'm seeing them passing out here and how things are going, and they might put a Republican, but I can be wrong. It's funny how you'll see all these stupid ass. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to get this channel banned, but you know these N words, these stupid, yeah, these N words. They try to be like I see so many pages like they call it like the black conservative, like all these niggas out here calling themselves the black conservative, and oh, I vote for Trump and I'm black, and you could tell like these niggas like they just want attention. Like every video they make will be about like a black person doing something stupid. Like, look at this black queen um thinking that she's entitled. And I'm like, nigga, you black and you talking about your own people. And don't get me wrong, I talk about black people, but I also talk about white people. I talk about Mexicans, India. I talk about every race. But when I see a nigga, they talk about is like black people. I'm like, it just shows how fucking lame you are. Like, yeah, black people, we got problems and issues, but every race has problems and issues. All you can talk about is niggas. That just shows you a self-hating weirdo. Like black people like that, like those are the black people who, if you're white and you're not black, and you see a person that calls themselves a black conservative, or they always talk about black people like in a way like a white person will talk about them. I give you the pass to be racist to them. Those are the black people who need a reality check. This is why I don't hate all racist people, because some racist people need to be racist to some black. Because some black people, they're so they're so they think they're so comfortable talking about their own people that they forget that they're actually the people that they're talking about. So these are the same black people who will talk about other black people, and then they forget that they're a nigga too. That it doesn't matter what you think, you still look like this. So if you go into rural Alabama and they see you, they don't give a fuck about you being a Trump supporter or a black conservative. They're gonna see your skin color and they're gonna hang you on a cross. And I hope they do, because you deserve it. Because why are you talking about your own people? Like, don't get me wrong, it's good if you want to, because I call out niggas shit, but I talk about all races. These niggas just talk solely about black people. So like, it just shows the self-hatred they have. It's like, why don't you just go to fucking Korea and bleach your skin or some shit, nigga? Like, why you, if you hate yourself that much, go overseas and bleach your skin. Stupid self-hating nigga. I don't like black people like that. They don't, like, their whole channel would just be about them talking bad about their own race. And like, if you want to talk bad about black people, okay, go ahead. But at least you better say something about this cracker. You better say something about this fucking wetback. You better say something about these other races. Don't just say something about the niggas, because you're just making yourself look retarded. You're making yourself look stupid. And it's like, it's just crazy. So anybody, if you white and you see a black person doing that, I give you a pass to be racist towards them, because they need a reality check to make them go home and think that, you know what, I am a nigga because this person just called me that, and they'll give them a reality check. I'm not saying that they should stop talking like they talk, but at least call out. Don't just call out your own people. Call out, like I call out all the race. I don't just call out black people. I don't just say that. Because yeah, black people, we on some nigga shit. And we do stupid shit. I admit it. We do some stupid shit, but I'm not gonna say we're the only race who does stupid shit. Other races do stupid shit too, and we got to get it right. I hate when they do that crap, man. That shit kind of it annoys me. But yeah, I'll probably just keep this live until he hits me up again. Once he hits me up, then I'm gonna have to be out, guys. Yeah, about to go make some more money today. Let me see how much I have on my card. Yeah, I had a lot of money on my card. Right now I have 572. I had a 1200 on my card, and that's a lot because like this shit they give you only like 200 a month. So I wasn't eat. I had my shit stacked up for months. But then somebody told me if you have it stacked up too much, that they will take it. They can stop sending you stamps because they'll be like, oh, he doesn't need them or some shit. I don't know why. It's my money, and I qualify for it. So yeah. So I have 272 left. Yeah. This is probably the last one I sell, and actually I can sell one more, and then I'll be it, and I have to wait next month. But, yeah. So what's good with everyone? I'm surprised nobody joined the link. Damn. I don't know why nobody joins the link, man. That's crazy. There was like 9 people in the room. Nobody hit the link. People be weird. Yeah. So nobody got no more questions. I might just end this shit if nobody has any questions. I'm trying to answer the questions for you guys, but yeah. And the weather's getting warmer out here. Like, I'm shy. You gotta stop. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think you gotta stop being shy. What are you shy for? What's the point of being shy? All shyness is an energetic blockage. People like to say, "Oh, I'm introverted." I used to call myself introvert. Like I'm not introverted and I'm not extrovert. I'm none of that. I'm whatever verted I need to be at any time. So That's just how I am. Like everyone's like, oh, I'm introverted, I'm this, and like people try to say that like it's a flex. Like, oh, I'm introverted and I don't like to speak, and but it's like that all you're just showing you is that you're damaged and you're hurt. Like most of these bitches out here, like they're just damaged. I heard this one bitch like, "Oh, I'm an introvert," but that's not showing because a person who's an introvert, 9 out of 10 times, when somebody says they're an introvert, that's another word that they're damaged and they're mentally unstable and they're very sensitive to criticism. So they don't want to speak their mind because if they speak their mind, they're going to be met with criticism. So they just shut the fuck up and they call that introverted. Where in reality, you're just too scared to get your feelings hurt. You're just sensitive to criticism. That's what it is. 9 out of 10 people who say they're introverted are just sensitive to criticism. It's not like they fucking like, oh, they don't like it. It's just you scared because if somebody paid you fucking a billion, okay, how can you say you're introverted, right? But then everybody wants to be go viral. If you're going viral and you're a social media sensation, you have to be extroverted because you're negotiating with a lot of people. But everyone says they're introverted, but everybody wants to go viral. Everybody's trying to get their content up there, but yet you're introverted. So it's not that you're introverted, you're just sensitive to criticism. Because if somebody were to pay you a check, if Hollywood came, say, you want to be in this movie, you have to act, it'll pay you $1 million to be in this Hollywood flick. Watch how fast introvert go out the fucking window. You're gonna be talking to everybody on the cast of the scene, all the fucking movie producers. You're gonna be signing all the contracts. You're gonna be talking. You see what I'm saying? It's all bullshit. Those motherfuckers they all full of shit. That's just how I see it. I'm not saying you're full of shit. Shout out to Robert Hanley. I'm just like giving an example and shit. Yeah. Better weather equals better vibration. Yeah, it does. Not really in all cases. You got some low vibrational people in some good weather. If you don't believe me, go to fucking Africa. Go to Haiti. Haiti is hot as fuck. Look at Haiti. It's hell on earth right now. They got fucking people burning each other and killing each other on the street. Yet Haiti is in the Caribbean. It's hell on earth in Haiti right now. Yet the weather is beautiful over there. And in the places where it's like the weather is colder, some of those places are actually the most nicest places to live. There's less crime. Yep. Oh man. I'm gonna just keep this live stream on till the guy hits me up again. Yeah. I just started my fast last night, so I'm gonna do this fast probably till Monday. Then I'm gonna probably end it. Yeah. I'm gonna start ending my fast with liquids though. No, the last fast I ended it with some. I had two tacos from the truck. That's the only thing that I can eat that's unhealthy is tacos for this one. Because when I tell you guys I go to the truck, I only go to this one. Oh, there's only two trucks I go to, and I don't go to anywhere else because the food is horrible. There's only two places, and I only get the tacos with just the fucking cilantro. I don't get nothing else. That or I'll get like chicken wings from this specific place, and that's it. And if I can't get it there, I don't even eat it because those places they cook it where the chemicals don't fuck with me that much. So that's the only reason I go there. And if I eat, to be honest, that's what I really eat. And or I have watermelon and fruit. The only fruit I eat is watermelon and apples. That's it. I don't really like any other fruit other than watermelon and apple. Like that's why I can't eat nothing canned or nothing packaged. I cannot eat. It's fucking horrible. He's like Canada. What about Canada? Yeah, That's the only thing I could. That's like my go-to food right now. That's unhealthy. It's tacos. That's street taco. Not no Taco Bell shit. I can't. I'll throw up if I eat that. The street tacos from the truck, the ones that are soft and like the ones that they make in like the authentic ones. And I only have cilantro. I don't even eat the sauce on it. No onion, just cilantro, and that's it. That's all I fuck with. I don't fuck with nothing else. That and then chicken wings from that fucking 76 gas station. They're the only place that makes them good. I can't get them anywhere else. They're horrible. And that's it. That's why I broke my fast with like two tacos and that was it. And then that was but I don't even eat that much. Yeah. So Canada's a happy space. Oh, I might be moving. I might be moving out of state soon. It's like you're at your new spot. I'm probably gonna be moving out of state. I just the thing is, cause I have one of my relatives. They're moving out of state. They're about to live in a big ass house. Cause in California it's hella expensive out here. So we're about to move to another state. They're about to move to another state. It's a big ass 5 bedroom. It's gonna be a big ass spot, and I might be moving in with them. And it's out of state though. I don't want to tell. I don't. Maybe I'll tell you guys later. I don't want to move out of state because I fucking hate. Like I don't like this city I'm in, but I like California. It's a nice. There's a lot of stuff to do out here. If I move out of state, it's gonna be nothing to do. But the thing is, like, it's cheaper out of state, and it's a bigger house and everything. So if I move out of state, I'm gonna have to sell this because this car can't make it there. So I'm gonna have to sell this car, and this car's already giving me issues. So I'm gonna have to sell this car, or I might just, I'm probably just gonna stay here, and then when the car breaks down, I might move out there because that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm gonna have to move out there. I don't have to, but I want to because it's gonna be. I don't have to pay no rent, and I'm gonna be living in a big ass space. I'll be able to have a big ass yard, do my qigong. I can go live, and I'll be able to do lives more. I'm gonna have a nice ass setup. I'm gonna give me a nice camera. I'm gonna give me a tripod, give me a mic. I'm gonna have like you know how they do it with the microphone and they have to invite people in. It's gonna be a nice setup because I'm gonna have my own space. Be able to do my qigong. I'll be able to come at you guys with better videos and editing software, everything because I have my own space to really do it and it'll be bigger. So yeah. Now I'm moving on. It's towards the East Coast. I don't even want to move down there to be honest. Like I'm just excited because this is gonna be a big spot we living in, but I just don't. It sucks because there ain't shit to do out there. Because there's a lot. Out here, there's so many. I could go out to the beach. I could go out here. I could go there. I could go up to Reno. To go to the fucking wilderness. Go hit the forest. There's so much shit to do out here. Out there is nothing to do. To Brooklyn, fuck Brooklyn. I would never ever set foot in New York City. I hate New York. Unless I was gonna make some money out there, I'd never go to New York. I'd never want to go there. Fuck that. Fuck Chicago. I would never go to Chicago. Don't insult me now. Don't disrespect me now. You said Chicago? Me in Chicago? That's disrespect. Oh, you'll never for you to even bring up anything to do with me and the word Chicago in the same sentence. That's the disrespect. To be honest, nigga, like if I'm gonna leave California, and if it was up to me, if I was leaving California, I'll leave it. I'll leave the country. I'd rather go to Canada than go to Florida, Chicago, or Brooklyn. I'd rather go to Canada. To be honest, like I really want to just go overseas and just travel and be a nomad. Stay in one spot for a minute, then go here. Then probably stay in Canada for a little bit. But I probably first thing I'll probably go to Nigeria because I got family out there. Stay out there for a little bit. Then I'll go visit different areas, and then yeah, I never want to go to fucking no Brooklyn, no Chicago though. Fuck that. Hell no. Washington, Oregon. I kind of want to go out there. I wouldn't mind going to Washington or Oregon. Yeah, fuck no. He said Mexico. Hell no. Hell no. The only reason I ever wanted to go to Mexico was just to get the tacos and eat a burrito down there. But since I'm a breatharian and I don't consume that much, um, there's no reason for me to go down there. That's the only reason I ever wanted to go to Mexico was to get tacos, burritos, and probably get a prostitute down there. That's it. That's the only reason I want to go to Mexico. Other than that, I never want to go to Mexico. Other than the food and to get prostitution from the bitches down there. All right, then. Peace. All right, Robert. He said Vegas. I've been to Vegas. Vegas is cool. Actually, I actually like Vegas. It's cool. I like Nevada. Vegas is nice. I like Vegas. I don't like gambling though, but yeah. Oh shit, he was calling me again. I'm not, I'm not picking it up. Oh, I'm already selling it to that other guy. The other dude wants to. I'm not gonna hit him up again. Yeah, but I'm thinking I'm gonna probably end this live. If anybody got any question? Yeah. Hey Nick, I remember last time you said you were on a 16-day fast. Nigga still hitting me up. Damn it. I'm not picking it up. Every time I pick up the phone from that nigga, it's always a problem. It's, like I hate dealing with difficult people. They like to make shit so complex. I'm already selling my car to the other guy. I'm just gonna sell it to him. I don't feel like dealing with that nigga today. I dealt with him all day yesterday, and it wasn't a problem, but I don't like dealing with motherfuckers. You know that one person you just keep dealing with. They like to make something simple complex. Like I don't feel like dealing with you today. Yeah. But I'm out, everyone. I'm gonna get you guys up later. I'll probably be live in a few days from now. A couple days or I'll be live. But I might meet you guys up later. Peace.